Hello, hello everyone. Look what I found. So I found this at Walmart. This is Fantastic Worlds coloring book and the artist is Alessandra Fusi. So she also does some of the Mythographic Color and Discover books. So if that name sounds familiar, that is probably why. So here is the back side. Dragons, fairies, castles, unicorns. Open the book and step into a realm of reality. And it doesn't tell us how many pages. I guess I could have looked before. This is a Dover book, which I found interesting. Dover Publications. So we got that nice slick cardstock cover. Fantastic Worlds. Illustrations by Alessandra Fusi. Okay, and then there's a little about her. She was born in Rome. She's always fascinated by the style of the early 20th century fairy tale illustrations. So copyright information, all that good stuff. And then we get started with a little witchcraft page. And then the introduction. So again, dragons, fairies, soaring gothic castles, unicorns, incredible animals, whimsical woodland creatures, all of the things. I was just seeing if it said how many pages, but it does not. So it says highly detailed illustrations in the coloring book. All that good stuff. It says you'll feel as if you're walking among the characters and settings of masterpieces such as Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, Game of Thrones, all that. So then we get started. So they are double-sided. So let me get centered here a little bit. They are fairly detailed, which I enjoy. They are a little different than the ones she's done in the Mythographic. They don't have as much of the random lines and floating things from what I've seen. I guess we'll find out as we flip through this together. But from the peek I took, the paper is very smooth. Not a lot of tooth. It's not super thick. So I'm definitely thinking it's going to be a pencil book for me. And pastels and things. And again, I didn't look for this one on Amazon, but I'm sure it's there because it's a Dover book. But I did find mine at Walmart. I did not pay $16.99 for mine. I think mine was $12. And I have been grabbing the books at Walmart that I can, that are, even if they're on Amazon, just because they've been a little bit cheaper. It's a pretty forest scene. And some of these are hard to tell if they're supposed to be double page spreads or not. Flowers continue over. I think they are because the branches maybe. You could do it however you wish. Pretty unicorn. Yep, there's the horn. So I don't love that like the images are cut off so far into the center of the book. That usually drives me crazy, especially with this horn, because look how like much of it is missing. But ooh, a pretty dragon and a lily pad pond. That could be really pretty. The fairy tale theme is kind of what drew me to this book when I peeked at it at Walmart. I have seen her work. I do have some of her mythographic books. But these ones, again, they are drawn a lot different. She really did her own thing in this book. They make a lot more sense. They're not as random. So there's another one. Lots of crystals on this one. Going kind of slow. They're a lot to look at. Look at her pretty face. Rainbow background. Some of these do look vaguely familiar from the mythographic kind of thing. This one is beautiful. I love all the fur on this one and her style. They're just about all double page spreads, it looks like. whole lot going on his head. So a little bit here, the crown kind of blends in with his wing. But I would probably do this in like ruby reds and golds anyways. So I think when you got it all done, it wouldn't look so chaotic right there. A neat one. This would be fun to do in like a light shade of watercolors or ink tints with the alcohol markers because they don't bleed through that way. They are. I think they're all just about double page spreads, so each page is a scene. So this one is like a mushroom and moth type thing going on. This little guy. That makes me laugh. He's very serious. I don't think he means to be. I do like that one. This one is neat too. It would be fun to do like a little glow around like each one of these in a different color and then kind of blend it all together. Maybe do like a rainbow, mixed up rainbow. Blend all the glows together kind of thing. Might try that. I may not finish the whole page, but I might try that. A witch. We all know Ashley loves her witches. Don't really know what's going on over here. Let's see. Wind maybe? I would color like this half the page though. This one reminds me of the one out of the Kirby book, and I know there are other artists that have done a similar one, but the Kirby one is the one I have seen done the most often. Very cool. Hidden in there. This one looks like it could be a fall page because it's got some acorns and things in there. Crystal. Again, a nice big background to practice your backgrounds on. And I apologize that you kind of are missing the middle of the book here. Here, give me 1 second. It's brand new, so it's not really laying flat or broke in yet. It's a little better. Again, it's going to be really hard to get in the center of that book, which is a bummer. Ooh, roses. And the sword. Pretty fun one to practice some roses on anyway. Try to hold it a little flatter maybe. Those eggs. Those would be so cool to do, like scales, shiny scales. All the little gem crystals up here. These would take me forever to do with pencil, but they'd be really cool if you had the time and the patience to get all that detail in instead of doing them with like gel pen and stuff. You could really I see some YouTube shorts coming up with quick little tutorials. That might be what I do with this book. You do an egg and do some little gems and do some flowers. And I've never been in a whole lot to coloring these type of things. But I have seen some beautiful ones done. Okay, sorry, phone call. Of course. Ooh. This one is another one that I feel like I would start, get super bored, and probably never finish. But the snakes would be super fun to practice. sure I'm still centered here. Sorry about the wiggling. Again, my setup is awful. This one has a little more of the mythographic vibe to it, with like the chaoticness and the random stuff that don't make sense going on. What do we have going on here? Oh, a little guinea pig. Okay. Ooh, this one has a Frozen vibe. The castle and the snowflakes. There are quite a few pages in this book. I didn't count them ahead of time. I will quickly do that at the end if you are interested. That one's kind of cool. It'd be fun to do this in like stained glass prettiness. There's a moon here, so you could do this moon like yellow and then fade it out to dark blue and then black as you go that way. Then your really green leaves would really stick out and be pretty. Ooh, there's a Mer King. Could be Ariel's dad. Trident. There's a big old starfish down here. Look at that tail. Move it this way, just yeah. Look at that tail. That's pretty neat. I do like that she changed up the tails a little bit, and they're not just the good old regular mermaid tails. Yeah, little seashells and stuff hanging out right there. And this would look way less chaotic once you got like your blue in and then made this your white foamy bubbles with paint or whatever. Yeah. This book does pique my interest. Are there a few pages in here I don't adore? Yes, but you can't please everybody 100% of the time. Are there enough things in here? Ooh, look at all these little gold coins and gems we could practice. Are there enough things in here that I think it's worth the money for myself? Yes, even if I just use it as a practice book and short little tutorials for YouTube and things, still worth it to me. There's enough in here to pique my interest. I do like it more than her mythographics. So if you haven't been into her mythographics, this one may be more your speed. Ooh, look at the bats. There's a cool Halloween one. Look at this cauldron. I'm going to scoot it over a little. Look at this cauldron. Bubbles. Look how well her bubbles are drawn. Add a bubble tutorial to that list. Very cool. Centered again. She's got a frog on her head. Oh, that must be her tail because she's got ears. I see. Like this one. This one might not be 100% my thing. But I've seen some people rock out some pretty fantastic feathers, and she could look pretty cool. So, and if not, if you had a book that you wanted to do feathers on and you didn't know what color, you could take one feather and color each color and see what you like. This one is cool. I would tackle this one. It is Year of the Dragon. I don't think I've got a single dragon done yet, but it is Year of the Dragon. This one might be one where I do this half of the page. I don't necessarily know that I would tackle all of this. It's another one where we've got open space and planets thrown in out of nowhere. this one would be fun to do in some metal colors, gold or rose gold or rusty silver or something. Anyone knows what kind of trees these are on this page, you should totally let me know. I'm not even sure if they're like based off a real tree, but I'd be curious to see what they look like in real life before I tackled them on here. Oh, a polar bear. There's some more feathers, more snowflakes. Looks like it must be some frozen water behind him because these are tucked in. This one is neat. I would tackle this one, definitely. This one piques my interest just because of the bricks and the wood and the skin tone. This would be a very cool one to do. Lightning. If you've never practiced lightning, here is your page. I haven't either. I wish all these swirly lines were in the background because I would just black it out and really make this lightning flash, but maybe I still could. More roses. This beautiful crown. That would be fun to do. Pillow. So if you see anything in here you would like to see done or interested in how I would tackle it, let me know. Again, I think I have a few things picked out I would like to do some tutorials on and some shorts and reels and things, but I don't have a specific page picked out that I'm going to tackle right away beginning to end. Because they're all double page spreads and whatnot. There is that. Let me quickly see. So by my quick count, there's about 102 pages, which comes out to about 50 double page spreads. So it is a fairly thick book, again, full of detail. So questions, comments, requests, anything like that, please let me know. I appreciate it if you stuck through and watched the whole thing with me. I hope to see you next video. If you have this book, have any completed pages you would like to share, you can tag me on Instagram or share them in my Facebook group. I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.